Hello there, Rabbi.
Hello, Joe.
And by the cornucopia behind you of delights for the fall, I can guess that we are having a Thanksgiving episode.
Exactly. We're celebrating the holiday of Sukkot right out of the Torah. The Pilgrims, the Puritans, were very Old Testament oriented. And so when they had the chance, they recreated biblical holidays. They didn't think of them as Jewish or Hebrew. In their minds, they were living the scriptures. And so the harvest festival is Sukkot. And on the Jewish calendar, it was a few weeks ago. And the only difference really between Sukkot and Thanksgiving is the booth. The word sukkah means booth. It's all about Thanksgiving. And psalms are sung. And we thank God for the produce. So it's a wonderful American holiday that has its roots back in Hebrew scripture, in the Torah.
But all cultures enjoy a harvest festival that I can think of, and some involve sacrifices. Isn't there a special ceremony that you do on Sukkot?
So there is a ceremony where you take the three green things, which is called the lulav, then you take the etrog, the fruit, and you shake it and point it in the four compass directions, up and down. This is part of a ceremony to create humility, to recognize that somebody grows the fruits and vegetables. God provides the rain. God provides the fertile earth. So man and God are partners. They team up to grow our food. Someone's labor went into what I'm eating. I don't mean just to prepare the meal. Somebody had to plow, sow, get rid of the weeds, and then harvest so that we would have food to eat. So it's a time for us to stop arguing with each other and look at each other and be thankful.
So people consider Thanksgiving to be an American holiday, and by American, I mean the United States, when in fact it's much older and more universal, and we can thank Judaism for one of its origins.
All of our Jewish holidays that involve agriculture predate the founding of Judaism. As you mentioned, all people have a wheat and barley harvest. All people have a fruit and vegetable harvest. Predating any of our organized religions, we farmed. People grew things, and holidays developed. Then, as religions organized, the religion acknowledged God's involvement in the produce, in the lamb, in the wheat, in the barley. And so we added a spiritual meaning and we recognize God's presence everywhere. So Thanksgiving is not an American holiday. It's not so much a Jewish holiday as it is a human holiday.
And if you've ever been anywhere where there is not a lot of food in a grocery store with aisles and aisles of varieties of stuffing and different turkeys, fresh or frozen, you remember that it's also a time to be grateful for what we have because it's not to be taken for granted.
And that's why the cornucopia, and that's why we set the table with gourds to remind ourselves how fortunate we are to have what we have and to recognize where everything comes from.
Well, one thing I'm always grateful for, Rabbi, and that is talking to you. And I hope you have a nice Thanksgiving with lots of jellied cranberry and pumpkin pie.
And I would like to ask everyone to remember it's a time for Thanksgiving, not a time to bicker with family members.